Francois Ellis was this close to finishing one of the biggest Lego sets, hours of building, thousands of pieces, almost complete. And then he made a decision every Lego fan fears. He took it apart and started again. Was it a bad idea? Probably. Was it worth it? Let's find out.
Everybody knows that I have a passion for Legos. Okay, but just a quick message as to how not to do certain Legos. Okay, now, this is usually what comes with a Lego set is a manual. Okay, now, this is the most expensive Lego set ever sold, is the Death Star from Star Wars. And if you look at how the Death Star should look like, it is a almost 10,000 piece of it, and it should look like more or less that. It is big. Okay, so now this book is an instruction manual. Okay, so basically what happens is you get bags that they send with it that looks like this, that's got numbers on. Okay, so you build it according to the numbers. So the problem that I had was this is the base as it is now. Okay, so the problem that I had, and this is why it looks the way it does, is I got about 65 to 70% finished with the Death Star. So I was building, and as I got to a spot, I realized, ooh, something is not lekker. It's not fitting the way it should. Because if you know anything about Lego, everything fits, like in perfectly. So I got to a stage where something didn't fit, and then the whole thing was out of whack. So, because you don't know where you went wrong in the first place, I had to break down the entire thing. So now I broke it down. Okay, and this is all the pieces. So now I have to start from all over, but what makes it difficult now is I have to look for each and every individual piece. And it's not just taking a lot of time, it creates a massive back problem because it's leaning and back, it's a nightmare. Okay, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is how not to build your Lego. Okay.
Who knows how many days later?
Okay, we are done. There's 81 bags, 6 books. You saw how the table looked like. This is now the end product. Okay. There was a lot of speculation and a lot of talk about this thing because it's the most expensive Lego set that was made available, which was about, at that stage it was about 20,000. Okay, so there's a lot of fancy things about this. So I'm going to start at one point. If you look at the left-hand side, you can see that this room opens up and closes. Okay, so that is where Luke and Leia and Han Solo found themselves in with that thing. So that's the cool thing about that side, which you can actually move around. If you go a little bit up, you'll see the Death Star itself with the lasers coming out. The problem with this entire set is, in my opinion, is the fact that it is not round. It has got a sphere setup. So it's basically just that of the Death Star, and you can, there's a lot of things at the back which we can chop and change. So if you look at that little thingy there, there's one thing that's changing here. I don't know if you guys can see it there, where it's the planet there, and then it gets destroyed there. Okay, so that's another fun part of it, which you can play around with. The other nice thing about this whole set is the fact that there's pieces that we can remove. So if you look at this setup, that's the Emperor, obviously, and you can just push that back. This is the big scene, Return of the Jedi. There's the Emperor, you've got Darth Vader, Luke fighting, you've got the Imperial Guards. So that's the cool, for me that's the nicest part of the setup. They tried combining certain aspects of the movie. If I say movie, this is Return of the Jedi. That's part of the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. So there's parts of it that's blended. Okay, the other fun part of this is, I think if I can get that thingy here, there was a thing there that I could pull. I think it's this. Yeah, this one is, you can see this is the section of where Luke and Leia actually swing around it. But the nice thing about this is if you can actually pull out the bridge. So there's the bridge. So now they're swinging and now they're not. So You can pull that out there. This is where they swing. So you can see that section there. So it's a lot of fun things in this. It's about 10,000 pieces. So it was a lot of fun. There's the Imperial ship. You've got Chewbacca at the bottom. You've got R2-D2, C-3PO. There's lifts going up and down. So yeah, it's a very nice set to have. If I look at what I did in the past, Star Wars orientated, not my favorite piece. Yeah, we had a mess up in the beginning, and that's why there was 10,000 pieces on this, but now it's finished. Before I put it into its nice concealed box, according to me, not worth all the hype. Yeah, it's the biggest and the most expensive and all that stuff, but that's my opinion. Okay, to follow, we're gonna build the Stranger Things, the Creel house. That's gonna be fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. Then I need your guys' opinions. There's a lot of speculation and a lot of guys that's arguing and complaining. Pokemon is now releasing their own Lego set. Okay, it's going to be expensive. At this stage, it's about R2, R2.10 per block. If you look at Lego, Star Wars are more expensive because of the brand, but you've got the ideas and all this stuff. So now I want to find out. I'm not a big Pokemon fan, I must admit. I don't know a lot about Pokemon. What I do know about is this Charizard. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Charizard. Sorry, thanks, Oscar. Charizard. That is the card that Logan Paul was carrying around his neck, and so now it's got sold. That's $10 million for that card because it's A, B, and C. So one of the pieces that Lego's bringing out has got Charizard on, together with 2 other Pokemon characters. It's going to be quite a big set. So now I'm curious. Again, I'm not a big Pokemon fan, but do you think I need to purchase that as an investment? Do you think the value of that Lego will increase over a period of time? Like the Star Wars and stuff like that, the Millennium Falcon, for argument's sake, which I'll do a little bit of a section on that when we get to the Lego room eventually. But the Millennium Falcon, at this stage, I got it for $9,999. It's now also $25,000, $26,000. So yes, there's a lot of value in Lego from an investment perspective. But I'm not sure about the Pokemon. So I need you guys to comment. Give me some feedback as to if you enjoyed this. Do you think this is a cool set? What would you have been done differently if you were Lego? For me, I'm done with it. I'm happy. It's clear, over and done. It's going to get into his box. But yeah, the fun stuff is still coming. There's a Creel house that I need to build. Then obviously the Pokemon I need to look at. There's a few other sets coming up during the course of the year, which I'm quite excited about. Once my Lego room is finished, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks, then we're going to take the sets step by step. I've got about 50 sets that I will be going through. From Harry Potter to Star Wars to the Marvel side, there's a lot to go through. So keep watching and give me a like if you enjoyed this. Keep on following for more Legos and for more interesting stuff. Have a fantastic day.